Why did Chief and Council decide to take the proposed settlement agreement to the people of Listigouche?
Chief and Council decided to take this back to the community because of the fact that it's been over 30 years that these files have been in the process of being negotiated. It was previous chiefs and council, the tribal council, that have been working on these files. They launched a lawsuit against federal government for $100 million. The government came back with an offer of $21 million, which wasn't acceptable. Then with the negotiations of the team for the last few years, that we got 3 times the amount that what they were offering the second time. We think this is a good proposal because of the fact that we're not giving up any land, titles, or Aboriginal or treaty rights. Where other First Nations that have signed a ratification agreement have given up those things. And this agreement, we don't give up anything.
Some people are asking why we aren't getting the land back, or it seems that we're giving it away. I thought this settlement agreement was a land claim. Can you explain?
This is not a land claim settlement. It's an out-of-court lawsuit settlement. The government was being sued for failing for their fiduciary duty to protect our lands. It's not about obtaining land or losing land because of the fact that people that are living on these lands, we can't just chase them off. But this agreement gives us the right to exercise our Aboriginal treaty rights in the interests of the Mi'kmaq of Listigouche. It's like Mississauga of the New Credit of Ontario, the community, received $145 million compensated for the territory of Toronto. It's not like the government's just going to relocate these people, and this is what we expect. The people that are living on this territory, that we're not going to be chased away. They have a right to live there, their interest is there, but we have our right to exercise our treaty and Aboriginal right on these territories. We are not losing no land, but we still have our rights where other reserves don't have that. And this is where MMS comes into play, because we're still fighting for this territory. MMS is set up for that, to fight and to get the information so we can go to court and get these lands back to the Listigouche Mi'kmaq First Nation government.
Does the Listigouche Mi'kmaq government support this proposed settlement agreement?
Listigouche Mi'kmaq government are not going to tell the people how to vote. We think it's a good agreement because of the fact that there's a lot of things in there that we like. It's up to the individual of the community to get all the information to vote, to decide on their own, because of the fact it's a important file, and we want them to decide this on their own and not to be swayed by chief and council.
Why is the band setting aside some of the settlement funds for its costs?
Well, you can imagine the expense that it cost the band by hiring lawyers, researchers, financial experts, LMG personnel, and all people that are involved in this file. The band, after checking over all these costs, this is where the band came to this amount of over $4 million to be reimbursed, because the band has no money to pay for these kind of things.
If the agreement is ratified, what will happen to the money? Some community members are skeptical about putting it into a band bank account.
Well, council has decided to give the opportunity for the people to vote on this question. The first question is they're going to ask the community if they accept the agreement in principle, yes or no. And if they do, there's a second question that will ask them how they would want this money to be dispersed amongst each other. Because there's going to be 3 boxes, A, B, and C. A is per capita, meaning each individual will have a share in the money. B will be per capita plus part of it goes into a trust. And C is the trust fund completely. A trust fund is a separate bank account from the band, where the community members can have access to it to see the day-to-day activities, if there's any money being removed from this account. This trust fund will also be held for future projects in the community, but would have to have the okay from the community members how they want to spend this money.
There are Listigouche members who still have questions about this proposed settlement agreement. Where can they go to find out more?
They can find the information on the website. They can find it on the YouTube video. There's going to be 3 community meetings, and they can contact me if they have any questions concerning this agreement.
Do you have any final words or thoughts about this proposed settlement agreement?
I would just like to encourage all the community members of Listigouche to go out and vote on December 13th, because it's their voice, it's their opinion. We want them to vote by any way they can, by either advance poll, mail-in. Just please vote. It's a big file that we have to decide on, and I want the people to decide on this file.